All right, to cut off the knobinol, the lid of the knobinol here, I'm actually going to get it centered on the wheel, or basically centered on the wheel, and then I'm going to use this knife at a 45-degree angle and do a cut. And by having it centered on the wheel, if I stay steady, that should, that should end up with a symmetrical cut. Now I've accidentally marred this over here, but it's soft enough that I can work with it. So having that angled cut allows it to, the lid to sit on here fairly well. Because I've hopefully cut this off symmetrically, it should fit regardless of how I put it here. But sometimes when you cut these pieces off, they end up, you end up discovering that your piece isn't quite symmetrical to begin with. And so if that is the case, one of the things you can do to make sure that it always goes on the right way is you can do what I accidentally did there, but intentionally. So I'm going to make myself a little key, just kind of a little notch here that shows up on both sides. It could also be done with a piece of glaze, with a glazed change here. You could have put a drip or something like that on that spot. And that gives an easy visual clue for anybody using your piece that the lid goes on that way. And visual clues like that work best when you don't have to think about them. You don't have to try to figure out how they work. It just naturally looks like it should go that way. The other thing I'm going to do on this is I'm going to clean up this edge a little bit, but mine's still on the wet side, and so I'm just going to wait a bit and clean up that edge in 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that.